And I think what you're saying, or less, I think you have had an accelerated cultural assimilation experience.
Exactly.
That other people, everybody goes through it. I think yours has been accelerated because of what you have seen and your vision and what you've been through. And I think you're making some really important and critical points. Sometimes it takes us, especially as Black Americans, to come to a place like Ghana, experience the difference between culture and race. So in America, everything is about race first, because race oftentimes is indicative of culture. You see another Black person, then you kind of assume they are a certain type of Black person. But in Ghana, there's no such thing as being Black. You are, an Ewe or Fanti or Santi or whatever that you are, or Bruni, right? Or a Westerner, or Boga, or whatever it is. And sometimes it takes us to experience something outside of it to realize this is what people really don't want to hear, especially Black folks who be romanticizing the continent. Here you go. You ready to realize how blessed we is?
When I tell, okay.
Because I just want to think about this. If you want to go right now, let's say, God forbid, but you broke. I'm not saying you have to, but you can go and get some food stamps.
EBT.
You can Uber, and that Uber money helps you afford the money to start the business in Ghana. Exactly. You can go right now and start a business in the States and apply for a credit card or a credit loan. You can do all that in 1 week, sometimes by 48 hours. If you want to buy a house right now in the US, interest rates, although they are increasing, are significantly lower than Ghana, where you got to put down sometimes 50% and pay that house off in about 3 years. And if you buy a house that's like $150,000, you got to put down sometimes $50,000 at an interest rate sometimes at like 20 to 25%. Who got that?
Right.
But we don't realize those things because we're so used to being a minority. And I'm not dismissing the realities of the hardships and the historicity of our struggle.
Right.
I'm just saying that sometimes because we're so inundated by our problems, we don't see the sacrifices that so many people have made to get us to be able to do the things we're doing.
Example, my Airbnb. I love Precious. You went to that Airbnb.
Oh yeah. I remember that journey.
I know it's the streets, but she's awesome. I absolutely love her. And she was saying, because when I went to Ghana the third time, my 2-week trip turned into 3 months, unplanned, because I was trying to get paperwork and all this in order. So I ended up staying. Can you imagine? You only planned for 2 weeks, but you end up staying for 3 months. And she was like, how are you able to do this? I was like, corporate credit. Corporate credit. So everything was on my card. Is it wise? No. But I was able to get it done because I had corporate credit. And so when I came back home, all I did is work. It paid off. I don't get too deep to where it's just overwhelming. So she was like, "You look at what you did. You don't even have cash, but you have the opportunity to borrow. Some of us don't even have the opportunity to borrow in Ghana. It has to be cash. Because if you take a low interest rates in Ghana, it was like 25% on a loan. That's insane. And it's variable. No. So, and even in this fourth trip, I was able to prepare more. So I knew I was going to be here for 3 months. So what I did, I worked Uber, saved up some money. So what I did, half was cash and half was debt leveraging through my corporation. Who can talk like that in Ghana?
You are blessed, though. You are blessed. Even right now, as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, I must get to America. It's the truth. It's the truth. And those are the things that we don't want to talk about. I do believe, I said this, I don't know if I said that, I ain't posted a video in so long, I don't know which video I said it in, but I told somebody, I believe that it's easier to be successful in America than it is Ghana. But it's easier to be free in Ghana than it is in America.
100% agree.
You can, because you have the mechanisms in place. Once you know the system, I'm not saying America is the only place you can do this, but once you know the system, you just told me that you leverage credit to plan your vision in another country, came back home, worked Uber, and maybe some other acting and modeling, pay that off, re-upped for the next trip.
Yes. Yes. Wow.
You can't do that in Ghana. And
Right.
and so lastly, Leslie,
of course, Tim Swain.
Folks that are watching, they're inspired by you. They want to do what you're doing. They are where you were. The continent, I got it back home. I'm gonna invest my people. 3 things that you would advise for that person that's just like you some years ago.
If you're a woman, let me start there first. If you're a single woman, we're coming from the West, we're strong, and we know we're strong. But I strongly advise that you learn how to maintain your masculine and your feminine energy going to Ghana. Because I came to Ghana very masculine, because I'm on my own. I have limited money. I can't play games, right? And I really,
what do you mean? What do you mean by help me understand masculine for some people don't understand? What did that look like in Ghana? Those actions. Okay.
So when I first came to Ghana, I still had a strong Western mentality. Everything being on time, T's crossed, I's dotted. Everything needs to be precise, disciplined, boom, 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 boom. And if you didn't, I'm coming at you hard. Where's my documents? How come you haven't had this, boom, just what's going on, right? And so I realized that I wasn't getting anything done. And I said, okay. And they were telling me, patience, patience. And they kept on saying, patience. I'm just like, but this is simple stuff. But to them, there's no reason to hurry. What are they in a hurry for? My visa running out. My money running out. I'm in a hurry. But they're not. So I said, okay, let me calm down. Act more feminine. Not weak, just, oh, I see that, you said you're going to sign this on Tuesday. It's Friday now. When can I expect this signature? All of a sudden, things start happening quickly. I said, oh, okay. Okay, got it. So now I know, calm down, Leslie. It'll get done. It might not get done when you want it, but it will get done. And just treat others the way you want to be treated. Boom. Solved. And so that's for my single strong, I guess, alpha females, I guess. So that's one thing. The second thing, patience. Just be patient. Be patient, because I had my own conversation within myself. I said, where's the sense of urgency? How come we can't get stuff done quickly over here? And I said, Leslie, why do we work so hard in the States? Because most of us are in debt. And if we don't work hard, we're on the streets and we're not eating. Number 3 is what I learned recently. It's a patriarchal system. So have your men in place. Like, for example, I hired my caretaker. So he's going to be the middleman to get my indentures from costs. He's going to be my middleman to, oversee the land, any business I need done. He is the one from now on, because it will not be me. Not after what I experienced. Get your men in place. Right? That's so whack to even say that, but it is what it is.
It's the truth. It's the truth. And I think that it's a very good wake-up call for people who want to do business, particularly in Ghana. And if you're a woman, like you said, those are the realities of the cultural differences that exist. In the same way where, somebody coming to the States may not see or understand why Black folks so aggressive. They talking so loud in the room. It's because if you don't, you're going to get mashed on.
Right.
If you the quiet, timid one in the room,
you don't get nothing done.
And you don't check stuff immediately, you're gonna be boo-boo the fool.
Right.
So there's, man, we could talk for a long time about this, and it's but we got to make room for part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, and then when you come back to Ghana, we got to make sure that we do something in person. So Leslie, I'm so appreciative of your time. I really do believe that today was an amazing conversation that is probably one of the most helpful conversations, I think, for people that I've had in a long time. Thank you for your honesty. your transparency, the chocolate wonder of Ghana.
I'm gonna get a shirt. I'm gonna say Tim Swain said, "I'm the chocolate wonder." In Ghana.
Listen, get it and sell it and use those monies to you know, to do what you need to do in Ghana.
Get me out of jail for going crazy on somebody. No.
Nah, we ain't gonna let that happen. We ain't gonna let that happen.
I want to say this. Thank you to all the Ghanaians. After my video went out, I got so much love from Ghanaians saying like, Leslie, don't give up. We apologize. This shouldn't have happened. Even Watermaya reposted my video. Like this all happened within hours after my post. So I just want to say thank you to the Ghanaians. I know this doesn't represent the whole country. It's just something I went through and I happen to be in Ghana, but I truly appreciate the community and all the love that I've been shown since I shared my experience.
Well, thank you. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I certainly appreciate it as always. Share this video. There's a lot of people who need to hear this. Go ahead and listen, share it right now with 5 people so they can hear this information and not have the same experience, but still hold on to a vision that maybe the ancestors, God, whoever they believe in, gave them for a better life for their legacy. So, all right, till next time, peace.